No, they're embedded in my kidneys. I used to have like 80 stones in each kidney, but I don't think they're as bad now. Usually it don't hurt. I just took some Tylenol. It finally eased off. So I thought you had to work today. Or did you already work? Oh my God. Do you work early in the mornings? That's crazy. That's a lot of that's a lot of boxes. I said, do you work early in the mornings? Like before the store opens. What I said. That's not too bad, I don't guess. Well, that ain't too bad. That's cool. I like him. I didn't know who he was. I think last week whenever you first did it, I was like, who the hell is this? But now I know. I was bored, so I don't know what we're gonna talk about. So bitch about everything there is to bitch about. I don't know. Well, that's good. I think I've watched him before. Like before you, I just didn't know who he was at the time. Lord have mercy. You gotta love these thumbnails. New evidence against Brian Koberger. They've been saying this for like 2 years, and we still don't have any new evidence. Now the points to Brian. Jeez. Yeah, that's what I watched. I don't remember. Somehow they popped up or something. It's been a while since I watched them, but yeah, I don't watch JLR. I don't watch people that trigger me. I kind of try to stay away from that. I don't watch mainstream media anything. I don't even watch mainstream media weather. Yeah, I wasn't doing cards, but we're going to today because just need to, especially since how I cannot find that reading, and it's because I'm not patient enough to go through where where I read, it was last year sometime, where Dylan called the Uber driver, the private driver, or texted him or whatever. Hey, Meg. I don't know. I think they're just paid to spew their shit. So that's just like that Christina Ricci girl. I used to watch her. I liked her, but or however you say her last name, but like she just be telling whatever the hell like lie things. I don't like it. There's no sense in it. Like they can like just under Nancy Grace's stuff. Like I don't even feel like fighting all them battles. I'm like y'all don't even know what the hell they have. Y'all are just going by what she's saying. What she's saying is wrong. I'm gonna let a couple more people get in here, and then we'll do a couple of yeah, I watch the other guy you watch that does who is it? It's not just Tampa Bay, he does everybody's weather. I can't remember who it is now. I wasn't trying to remember, I remember who it was. Kane Meg said, see that link, that's for your show. Well, I don't want to use it if he's going to use it on his show. Well, you don't have to. I will use it if you're not going to use it. Hang on, Meg, 1 second. These two cards. Put them. Okay. Hang on. I got to go to live chat. What the hell? Well, more anyway than mine, so it'll still be new to them. Jules is live and I'm live. Well, that's freaking wonderful. Oh, I would have straight forgot too, Meg. Thank you. Straight up forgot because, yeah. All right. 1 second, y'all.
something that's gained a lot of research, and particularly with forensic science, and it's the topic surrounding secondary DNA transfer. And what the kind of image shows here is two people shaking hands, and you can see that the DNA was transferred from the yellow person to the red person here, and now they each have each other's DNA. So to what extent can this actually happen on potential evidence? That's what this kind of looks at here. So first off, how did DNA get there? So advancements in DNA testing are overall fantastic. It's important to be aware of all the limitations in terms of determining how the trace DNA arrived at the location and how long it may have been there. This includes things like door handles and elevators and keys. It cannot be assumed that if your DNA is located at a crime scene, you must have been present and you probably committed the crime. And that's a misnomer that a lot of people make. If you find your DNA, you're assumed to be there, you're assumed to have committed the crime. You have to get away from that. Investigators have to look at other evidence surrounding the case, both circumstantial and physical. Considerations must be given to the fact that the DNA could have arrived on the evidence incidentally, or it could have been transferred via a secondary transfer event. That's what we're going to talk about here. So there's two studies conducted. This is the first one from 2016. And at the bottom here, over here, I've provided the link and the citation. So this study looked at, could secondary DNA transfer falsely place someone at a crime scene? So this study evaluated whether increased sensitivity could lead to the detection of interpretable secondary DNA transfer profiles. So after 2 minutes of hand-to-hand contact, participants immediately handled assigned knives. The swabbings of the knives with detectable amounts of DNA were amplified, and DNA typing results indicated that secondary DNA transfers were detected in 85% of the samples. So in 5 samples, the secondary contributor was either the only contributor or the major contributor identified despite never coming in contact with the knife. So this is kind of a little bit of alarming, especially early on, that, for example, if you shake hands with someone and then that person then touches a knife, even though you never touched the knife because you touched that person, they're transferring your DNA to that particular knife. So this study demonstrated the risk of assuming that DNA recovered from an object resulted from direct contact, because this is clearly secondary contact. So you have never touched the knife, your DNA shows up on the knife, and they immediately think you were at the crime scene and you committed the crime. So this brought up some interesting discussions in the scientific community. Now, a 2017 study, so a year later, an investigation into the deposition and persistence of directly and indirectly transferred DNA on regularly used knives. So each knife was handled by a prescribed manner and by a specific participant over 2 consecutive days to simulate regular use. That was the basis, or that was the protocol used for their study. Each participant then shook hands for 10 seconds with a fellow volunteer and immediately stabbed one of their knives into a foam block repeatedly for 60 seconds. So here they shook hands with someone for 10 seconds, grabbed the knife that they'd be using, quote, for 2 days, and simulated stabbing a foam block for approximately 60 seconds. The DNA was recovered by mini-taping from triplicate sets of DNA knives handled from the 4 pairings of volunteers after regular use, and at 1 hour, 1 day, and 1 week after the handshaking and stabbing events. So this is how they were able to collect the DNA at different time points. Now, the recovered DNA, the total amount of DNA recovered from the knives regularly used by the single person varied among individuals. One volunteer consistently deposited significant greater amounts than the others, with another volunteer did not always leave a complete profile on the knife handle. Shredders, and I put that in quotes, those are a term often given to people who naturally leave or shed more DNA. So if you're a shredder or a high shredder, you're leaving more amounts of DNA for whatever reason. DNA attributed to the regular use persisted for at least a week, declining with increased time between the deposition of DNA and the recovery, which makes sense. Over time, DNA is naturally going to degrade, and as they looked at longer periods of time, less and less DNA was found. So the non-donor DNA was co-deposited at less than 5% of the profiles recovered. So except for one volunteer who consistently left DNA from their romantic partner on their knives at approximately 25% and 11% of the profiles before and after handshaking and stabbing events here. So it's important that Here's someone that wasn't even participant in the study, and they ended up having their DNA show up on some of the knives through this testing. This is why secondary transfer can be something that needs to seriously be looked at and investigated, because just because you find DNA there doesn't now mean even that person necessarily was present at the crime scene. So the results from their study here, in 3 pairings of volunteers after the handshaking and stabbing events, alleles that could be attributed to the respective handshakers' profiles were detected in partial minor profiles, equating to about 10% of the profiles recovered. For the 4th pairing of volunteers, only complete single-source DNA profiles matching the regular users' profiles was recovered. So this is a little less alarming in the sense that full profiles at least weren't found, but it does indicate this concern about secondary transfer when we're looking at finding or concluding results based on findings of DNA at a crime scene. So the important note is that when indirectly transferred handshaker DNA was detected, it declined with increasing time between DNA deposition and recovery. So this is important if you're going through and a crime scene was immediately kind of has occurred and you're taking DNA, then you're going to find the highest amount of DNA. Over time, or as that crime scene ages, you're going to find less of it. So the general summary, this data provides an initial insight into the detection and persistence of directly and indirectly transferred DNA that extend the data already available on forensics DNA transfer. These results suggest that the sooner the item is sampled after an offense has occurred, the greater the chance of recovering indirectly transferred DNA, which has implications for forensic science reconstructions. So this is just kind of that idea of if you're immediately coming into a crime scene sampling it, your odds of getting secondary or indirectly DNA profiles are much higher because they'll degrade quicker with time. General highlights: DNA recovered from similarly regularly handled single-user knives varied among users, and DNA from a user's romantic partner can be deposited indirectly via the user's hands. So again, this goes back to the point that just because you find DNA doesn't mean it was from that person that was at the crime scene. Non-depositor DNA on single-user knives is a minor profile even after handshaking, and persistence of directly and indirectly deposited DNA does decline consistently over time. So again, these are just some of the highlights and some of the concerns, and just something to keep in mind, the secondary transfer of DNA when you're going through and evaluating a crime scene in a DNA profile.
Okay. No, I mean, I thought it was informative. I did. Okay, is that a different interview? Hang on, let me see something. It's not that. Dadgummit. I don't know. I'm wrong. Like a dummy. Hang on, y'all. I just saw the stupid thing. Oh, right there. All right.
When you thread the maze of information about Bryan Kohberger and the Idaho murders, you can easily get tangled up in speculation. Like, could his criminal justice studies help him get away with murder? The answer lies partly in Pennsylvania. There are detours and dead ends, like the route cops say Kohberger drove the night of the stabbings to look at stars or hide the knife. Of the victims, Xander Kernodle, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, and Ethan Chapin, It's Ethan who would have graduated this May. Ethan's triplet siblings, also U of I students, will walk without him. To get through it all, Ethan's mom, Stacy, has been clinging to a thread of hope, his smile. Shiro Matsuzawa has her story.
You know, moments ago, you were just showing me photos in your phone of Ethan. What was that like for you?
It's both. It's kind of bittersweet. It's, there's so much, it's always nostalgic to go back and look at the pictures of him. And at the same time, it's always this just harsh reality that he's, honestly no longer with us.
What do you miss most about him?
Oh, hugging him in his blue Patagonia coat. I have said, I think it's one of the things I said from the very beginning. He had this blue Patagonia coat he always wore, and I loved to hug him in it.
What was it like the last time you saw him?
We were at Parents' Weekend. It was the best weekend ever. Jim and I have talked about that a million times. We drove out of Moscow that day, and we were like, we've done a good job here with these kids.
Stacy Chapin spoke with us at her friend's house.
We bring up the things we have to talk about.
2.5 years of public attention since the murders has left her protective of her family's privacy. It's been 1.5 years since her last major interview, and there are some topics that are still too sensitive to talk about, like the night of the murders.
I think a lot of people are wondering just how you and your family are doing, right? I guess, how are you doing day to day right now?
I honestly would say overall, we are doing exceptionally well under the circumstances. It's tough. I mean, I would be lying if I did not tell you that there's moments still, probably maybe every day, every couple of days, where it kind of blindsides you. It takes you down a little bit, and, you just have to have a moment and, but then you have to pull on your whatever boots, I call my big girl pants, whatever. And I mean, you just have to move forward. You have to.
You just mentioned Maisie and Hunter. I mean, you were telling me off camera, they're getting ready to graduate in May, and their futures, are starting.
Yes.
Kind of talk about how they're doing specifically and what's next for them.
My gosh, they just amaze me, to be honest. I mean, let's be honest, triplets, they could have literally, they could have fallen off and we would be rescuing them, but they have just persevered.
May 10th. Obviously,
May
that's a
10th.
big day for you.
Yeah.
But do you also prepare,
I don't know if I'm prepared for it. See, you got me on that one. I don't know. It's going to be a tough day. It's a day, honestly, that Jim and I we just have to be parents that day. We have to be parents to Maisie and Hunter. Right. We have to. It's the most important thing. They have achieved this incredible goal. Yeah, there's a silent, tough day coming. Yeah.
So we were talking off camera about the trial. I know in the past, you've said that you wouldn't attend, but now you're kind of reconsidering. Is that correct?
We have been adamant about saying we would not attend. And it's funny, as we get closer to the trial, all I can explain it like this. I just feel this impending storm that's coming. And we're reconsidering is what I would say at this point. And as the hearings get closer and more information comes out, and it's just made us rethink. You have to think about the kids who, like in our case, Ethan, who can't be there, obviously. And then you have to think about, well, who's going to be there to represent him? And so we've had to have some really tough conversations about maybe we need to reconsider this.
There are major logistical challenges. Last year, to get a bigger jury pool, the case was moved from North Idaho to Boise, 300 miles away or more for the victims' families. And the trial is expected to last 3 months. Then there are the emotions.
Talk to me about Bryan Kohberger. When you hear his name,
I can't even say his name. I don't.
Is that something that you're also weighing into your consideration? I mean, you'll have to see him.
Yep. Because the thought of that is tough, sitting in that room. Yep.
How do you even prepare for something?
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. How do you prepare for that? If anybody has an answer out there who watches this tonight, let me know, because I don't know. I honestly don't know. But trust that I have thought about it from every direction. How do you walk into a courtroom and sit, other than to go in and be desensitized to it, so that you kind of know exactly what you're up against, where he sits, what the judge looks like, what the courtroom looks like. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly.
Are you concerned at all that the fate of what happens to him, though, lies in the hands of these potential jurors?
No, I guess I just really honestly have to say that you just have to trust the system. I worry about a lot of things. Trust me. But that isn't one of them. We just genuinely have to trust the system. And we've said that from the beginning. We think the prosecutors have done a great job. Moscow Police Department, great job.
If Kohberger were here right now, would you?
No, I would not be in this room if Kohberger were here.
Is there something you would like to say to him? Do you have a message?
No. Nope. If he gets sentenced, a state of Idaho has impact statements, and maybe we'll all say something at that point. But I can't really answer that question. I don't know. I don't go there.
Stacy says they haven't spoken much with the families of Madison Mogen or Kaylee Gonzalez, who they didn't really know before the crime. But they stay in touch with Xana Kernodle's family. Xana was Ethan's girlfriend. Stacy also stays busy, keeping her son's memory alive. The Chapins are working with best-selling author James Patterson, who asked if he could write about Ethan and what happened. And there's the foundation.
Ethan may no longer be here, but you've done so much to share his smile with the world. Talk about that.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, we had to figure out how best we were going to honor him. And, we just decided, let's scholarship kids in Ethan's name. I mean, what a great thing to do. We gave our own kids the gift of an education. We have, and what a great thing to then allow other kids to go pursue their dreams and, do whatever they want to do on a scholarship in Ethan's name. The support has been incredible. We have raised and worked hard. We have partnerships with some businesses locally. It's been incredible. We've given, $55,000 out in scholarships already to 35 kids. I mean, what a wonderful way for those kids to be able to go, follow their dreams and pursue their dreams. But we're just fortunate to have had him for 20 years. He was an amazing kid. He was funny and kind. He made sure everybody was included, and he loved life. He loved life, and he made all of us love life.
Up next, mapping Bryan Kohberger's DNA gave police their big break in the University of Idaho murders. Mapping the route Kohberger allegedly took that night gave them evidence that could convict. We retraced the drive that cops claim was off the grid and over the line. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But the trip Bryan Kohberger allegedly took the night of the murders is full of unexpected twists and turns, just like the case itself. What really happened out there on the back roads and side streets will be fought over at trial. But one thing's for sure, people who know Kohberger say he was never the same afterwards.
The probable cause affidavit shows how police used cell phone pings and security camera footage to track the white Hyundai linked to the quadruple murders from Pullman to Moscow and back again. What sticks out is how roundabout the route is, including an unnecessary detour down miles of deserted back roads. If Kohberger really was behind the wheel that night, 2 crime experts agree his state of mind would have been all over the map.
Well, first of all, when he actually makes a decision to go out that night to do it, his heart is racing at probably 120 beats per minute. He's nervous, he's sweaty.
They've crossed a line, into a realm that they've only up to that point imagined. A lot of them fantasize about it, but they don't cross the line. But then once they cross the line, it feels like, holy cow, fantasy and reality are merging.
Police say Kohberger's cell phone pinged around 2:45 a.m. near an intersection leading to SR 270, the Pullman-Moscow highway. Then it goes off the grid, turned off, or put in airplane mode, in what investigators say is an attempt to avoid detection. Around 3:25 a.m., security cameras in a Moscow neighborhood capture the white Hyundai on Indian Hills Drive, well past the turn that would have been the direct route to the victim's house. Still, it only takes a few minutes to reach King Road. The affidavit says Moscow police collected numerous security videos when they canvassed the area around the victim's house to see if the suspect or his car was caught on camera. This clip may be one of them, the so-called Linda Road video. It's racked up thousands of views as true crime accounts and chat rooms obsess over it frame by frame. If genuine, then this security camera was recording about 250 feet away from the crime scene. The clip shows a car that appears to be circling the area. Around the same time, police say there were multiple sightings of the suspect's car casing the victim's house. Around 4:04, police say Kohberger does a final pass of the house, then heads up to the apartment complex next door, which has a parking lot overlooking the victim's house. Someone standing there would have an unobstructed view of the bedroom windows and the sliding glass door, believed to be the killer's point of entry. The murders happened sometime between 4:04 and 4:20, when the white Hyundai is again spotted on security camera, leaving the neighborhood at a high rate of speed. After that, there's a 20-minute gap where there's no footage or cell phone data. But police have a pretty good hunch that Kohberger was headed south out of town. When his cell phone turns back on at 4:46 a.m., he's already far down Idaho State Highway 95.
What do you think's going through his mind as he's instead of just going home, he goes for this road trip?
Well, because he's still hyped. He's got to come. He's got to try to. He didn't want anybody to see him real hyped.
What would you feel like if you just massacred 4 people, and maybe you'd thought about it, but you never actually thought you'd go through with it, and then you actually did, and what it's almost like living a nightmare, or maybe it was like a dream that he finally realized, and but just it's a lot to put together. It's not like now they're just dancing around in glee. There's probably about 50 different emotions going through a person. Panic of going through each thing that probably didn't go as planned.
And at that point, Kohberger would also have had a mess on his hands.
He might have been a little bit on autopilot and trying to avoid detection by not going straight home, and then getting rid of stuff. He didn't want to take his bloody stuff home because then it could transfer to something in his apartment, and then even if he got rid of the clothing, they could find the blood there or the knife. He had to get rid of those things. Maybe he didn't know specifically where he was going to go. He's driving around looking for the right place. If he just threw it in the brush somewhere, there's a chance it could still be found,
Police have not produced the murder weapon, and they found no bloody clothing or any blood at all in Kohberger's car. But the route Kohberger allegedly took down Idaho 95, then over to SR 195 in Washington, is pitch black at night, mostly empty space, fields and woods, crisscrossed by streams. Once you get to SR 195, it's a straight shot up to Pullman. A security camera spots the white Hyundai around 5:25 a.m. on Johnson Road, south of town. Then it's seen again on multiple WSU campus cameras in a line to Kohberger's apartment. He's home by 5:30 a.m. From there, we know Kohberger continued attending lectures and teaching classes as usual through the end of the semester. But people notice he's acting different.
Usually people, once they kill for the first time, there's a level of PTSD that occurs, and a replaying of everything over and over and over again. I know that people mentioned that they saw him afterwards and he seemed totally frazzled. He seemed in just a completely different mood than he was leading up, the agitation leading up to it. It was like it was a completely different person.
Up next, when a criminology student turns criminal.
Does it make you 100% better at what you do? Does it make you 100% more successful? Can you still make mistakes?
What did Brian Kohberger really learn at school? His alma mater is breaking its silence.
To go inside the Idaho murders, you have to go outside the state to DeSales University in Pennsylvania, where Brian Kohberger got his master's in criminology in 2021. But was he studying to catch criminals or become one? DeSales University, in response to our questions, issued new statements. AJ Janaville shares what he learned.
There's another crime scene house connected to Brian Kohberger, some 2,500 miles away from where the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. DeSales University showcases the crime scene house on Taylor Drive and its hands-on training for students considering a criminal justice degree. The faculty includes leading experts in the field, and there are internships created specifically for DeSales students at the Regional Forensic Lab, area police departments, and the local coroner's office. So when you hear Kohberger studied under Dr. Catherine Ramsland at DeSales, who is considered one of the nation's leading authorities on serial killers, and that part of his coursework included a survey asking criminals how they planned their crimes and how it felt to commit them, it might give you a real Dexter moment. Showtime's fictional crime scene expert who doesn't just solve murders, he commits them too.
With Kohberger, it's easy to start asking yourself, did this person really want to be a member of law enforcement? Or was this just the safest and closest way they could get to whatever kind of demons or fantasies that they had been fighting for decades that then eventually came to this?
But that would be a gross misunderstanding of what criminal justice really teaches students, according to crime experts and academics. Mary Ellen O'Toole is both.
So forensic science is based on the natural sciences. So our students study things that include physics and math and chemistry and biology. It's a science degree, and they're trained to use science in their evaluation of crime scenes. Criminal justice is a social science. It's a great degree, but it doesn't require the types of natural sciences that a forensic degree requires.
Dr. O'Toole is a former FBI profiler who now heads up the forensic science program at George Mason University. She says there's absolutely no data that suggests someone with a criminal justice or forensic major is more likely to commit a crime. Instead, the common denominators she finds in her classroom tend to be curiosity and compassion in the face of the unimaginable.
To most of us who have never committed a murder, we don't understand it. And our curiosity causes us to say, what happened? How did that person become so divergent in what they've done and what they decided to do, how they hurt or murdered that person? I got to learn more about that. And so to me, when I talk to my own students and my own experience growing up, my students tell me the same thing. They grew up wanting to know the whys and the hows.
Coming next month, inside the Idaho murders, we go inside the mind of Brian Kohberger.
So you have things like depression, anxiety, depersonalization, tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears. And those also come with visual snow.
From visual snow to new claims of autism. Can Kohberger's state of mind impact the case?
Well, that was nice. Oh my God. Hey, Twiz. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to figure out how they're getting inside his mind. Have they talked to him before? Because if they ain't talked to him before, how the hell are they getting inside his mind? How do they know anything about this man? What'd she put in the death penalty filings? That's nice, Kane. That just made my chest hurt. Ugh. Okay. Righty then. Oh my God, Kane. Thank you for that. That's quite depressing. I mean, and if he killed somebody, then you know what I mean? Like, I hope they have more than just circumstantial evidence. That's all, because I don't think they should be able to do that. Just circumstantial evidence. That's my opinion, so. Oh my God. I can't handle that. Okay, so what cards am I going to use? I guess I'm going to use these. You're reading on Kane. What do you want to know about Kane? Kane, when's your birthday? I don't remember your birthday. I cannot remember. Twiz, yours is October 31st, isn't it? I can't remember your birthday. It's January something, isn't it, Kane? Yours is in January too, isn't it? Meg, yours is in September. Is yours in September? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember everybody's. I damn sure can't remember the date, but September, October, isn't it? Lord have mercy. Yours is in January, Kane. I just can't remember when. October 16th. Yours is. Twiz, when's yours? October 31st? Quiz, I'm asking you a motherfucking question. When's your birthday? Damn it. Is it January? No, because mine's in January. When is your birthday? Yours is in January, isn't it, Kane? I can't remember when, like the 6th or something like that. I cannot remember when. Twiz, when the fuck is your birthday? It is October. When is your birthday? Damn it. Kane, when the fuck is your birthday? I bet you she don't know your birthday neither, so. Quiz, when the fuck is your birthday? It is in October. Don't tell me. See, I was right, you asshole. It was January 6th. Now. Jesus. Quiz, when is your damn birthday? I'm gonna knock him the fuck out. He's a Capricorn, I think. Don't tell me no, Twiz. Yeah, I thought he was a Capricorn, yeah. It is October. It's in October. I think it's October 31st or 30th or something like that. Y'all are Libras? Okay. What hearing? When is the hearing? When is the hearing, Twiz? What's it on? Oops. Is it on the limine motions or whatever the hell they're called? Okay, that's what I thought. There's a bunch of them. Motions and lemonade, yeah. That's funny. Okay, so who wants to find out, allegedly, my opinion, card reading, what we can find out about the roommates and their text calls and their 911 calls and all that? Anybody? Oops. Okay. What's the first question? What is G2s? Is that some kind of energy drink? What do we want our first question to be? That is not what our first question is. Hey, Michelle. Sorry. Did I miss her? Oh, okay, I did. He's trying to distract. How many perks? Okay, hang on. Give me just a second, y'all. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get this camera going, y'all. Hang on. Okay. Let me move my shit out of the way. Okay, so who are you talking about? Me? Hell, I'm not listening to all that. Okay. We'll get to how many perpetrators there are, Kane, but hang on. Let's see. Let's find out Dylan's energy that night. On 11/12/2022. Kaylee and Maddie are going to the Corner Club. Bethany and Xana and Ethan are going to that party. What is Dylan's energy? Installable, unquenchable, wanting more. It's weird. Family, blood ties, inner circle. Paul's timing factor. Gossip, petty, jealous, envy. Drama queen, thirsty, causing chaos. Okay. What? I swear, Kane, you did not just say that. Proper speaking people give me PTSD right now. Straight up. Like, worse than PTSD. So let's just not talk about that. Literally. Proper speaking people can F all. Anyway. Let's get clarifiers for this family, blood ties, inner circle. Giving her power up to them. Okay. Interlude, pausing, timing factor. Oh my God. I cannot. Okay, so shit. Or underwater, gaslighting exposed. Okay, well that makes sense. I'm gonna get this freaking card up. Hang on, y'all. Gross. Y'all, why are we talking about this? We're not talking about y'all, look what come out. Isn't that nice? That was on the floor. Oh my God. I cannot. Ew. Oh, I cannot do this. I'm not paying attention to chat anymore. I'm going to do what I'm doing over here this reading because I cannot. I cannot. Okay, shit. Okay. Any other of these cards that need to come out? That's nice. Okay. We'll get to those. Oh, I said I wasn't looking at chat. There was a reason. Okay, what can we know about what can we know about, let's see. We need to do like Dylan and Maddie's energy, Dylan and Kaylee's energy to see what can we know about Dylan's energy, Kaylee's energy, and the energy in between for the week leading up to the crime, the week to the day of the crime. Yeah, I can't even. I'm over here watching their damn chat. I can't watch them no more. Okay. Dylan's energy, Maddie's energy in between from the week leading up to the day of the crime, the morning of the crime. So Dylan's energy, the Tower in reverse. So this is fear of change, averting disaster, moment has already passed, oppression, carelessness, negligence, and apathy. Okay. Maddie's energy, the Fool in reverse. Okay. Carelessness, being unprepared, holding back, afraid to start something new, naivety, poor judgment, lack of direction. Okay, and energy in between. And so there was some kind of empathy in between them or some kind of emotion that was caring. All right, let's do Dylan's energy, Kaylee's energy, and the energy in between. No, that was not Judge Judge on that card. Okay, Dylan, Kaylee, the energy in between. Dylan's energy, same time period. Oh shit. Did y'all see that? That was cute. Really cute. Okay. Same time period from the week before to the day of the crime. So Dylan's energy, Kaylee's energy, energy in between. Dylan's energy. Queen of Pentacles reverse. So this is materialistic, self-absorbed, envious, jealous. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Kaylee's energy. That's the devil. So some kind of toxic energies, some kind of, yeah, I don't think they were getting along very well. Energy in between. they weren't. And then Dylan offered Kaylee some kind of like, this is like the Nine of Cups, reconciliation, a graceful offer. But whatever, Kaylee brought out like the devil in Dylan somehow. Okay. So what can we know about Bethany's energy, Maddie's energy, and the energy in between? And this will be the same time period, the week to the day, the morning of crime. So Bethany's energy. That's justice. So fairness. Okay, Maddie's energy. That's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So this is some kind of karmic cycle, like a sudden change, but a resistance to it. Between the Hermit. So I feel like they were kind of withdrawn from each other a little bit. They could have been arguing about something. Looks like a karmic cycle, honestly. Okay, and Bethany's energy, Kaylee's energy, the energy in between, same time period. Bethany's energy. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Kaylee's energy. Stuck in the past. Okay. And energy in between. Three of Wands. So waiting for your ship to come in, waiting for results. So there was some kind of built up energy here. And they were stuck in the past. And it's like just waiting on your ship to come in to be able to expand with confidence, to be able to handle your situation, whatever that may be. Okay. What are you talking about, Liz? Yes, I'm going to do Zayna and them, but I did Kaylee and them first. Okay, so now Dylan, Xana, the energy in between, then we'll do Dylan and Ethan, energy in between. So Dylan, the same time period. Dylan. Dylan. Yeah, Dylan. Good Lord. So that is Page of Wands in reverse. So that's like a self-limiting, impatient, immaturity card, Xana. The World in reverse. So that's a cycle that hasn't closed. And the Knight of Cups in between, that is like a generous offering. Again, Okay, so Dylan, Ethan, energy in between. Dylan. Returning to trouble, the Six of Swords reversed. Or unable to move on. Oh, shit. Running away. Stuck in turmoil. Okay, Ethan. King of Wands. So that's his social self. I think. In between. Page of Wands. So it was kind of like an immature relationship in between them two. So I would think they bickered back and forth, you know, that kind of thing. Let's see. Bethany, Xana, and the energy in between. So Bethany. Releasing fear, healing and relief, ending of mental torment, recovery. Okay, Xana. I know what that's about. Ace of Swords, breakthrough truth, new insights, new ideas, vision, focus, mentality, success. Energy in between. Delays, frustration. That's 8 of Wands. So because of there being some kind of breakthrough, there's some kind of chaos that ends up coming through. Okay. Let's go Ethan, Bethany, energy in between. Okay, Ethan. Hierophant in reverse. Bethany, okay, Ethan. We have Wands in reverse. So there's some kind of slowdown in between. The Moon, the release of fear, secrets. So there's a slowdown and there's a release of fear, secrets. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what we can get for it would have exited it. Santa didn't do it. What is that, Meg? Okay. Let's see what I want to know what Quinn was doing. What can we know about what Quinn was doing the night of 11/12/2022? A heavy burden? Judgment in reverse. Unfinished lessons, self-doubt, leading, ignoring, and resisting. Okay. Okay, let's see. What was allegedly Quinn's job, position, whatever of this crime? Leaving home. Factory Rouge. Okay, that's an unstableness. Okay. There's the devil. It's a heavy burden again. It's working hard for something. Okay, Queen of Cups. All right. Okay. So, Chaos, Devil, Heavy Burden, working hard at something. Ethan bringing in something, trying to keep priorities straight. Okay, I gotta get some more context on that because I'm not real sure. Let me see. What was Quinn Kelly's main job or main thing he was supposed to be doing related to this crime? He brought her something. I knew it. I thought it was DRUGS. Knight of Cups. In that cup, he brought her something, like offering her something. King of Wands. Yep. And Page of Cups. So that's literally like Kaylee. Yep. Offering. That is Page of Pentacles. Struggle, overwhelm, defensiveness, paranoia, giving up, exhaustion. Yep, that's why he gave her something. And difficult decisions, weighing up options, doubting, and inner conflict, avoidance, hidden information, confusion, in between the foot in one of the foot out. Okay. Cycle not complete, so. Okay, allegedly, my opinion, Dylan's boyfriend brought substances. Was she wearing what? Who? She was probably wearing a black dress. Okay, does Dylan know who she saw that night? Does Dylan know who was in the house that night? Does Dylan know who was in the house that night? Well, that's the home environment. Literally. Upside down. That's the heartbreak. She wasn't worried. A 9 of Swords in reverse. So releasing fear. So yeah, I think she knew it was an out. Clouded judgment on like what was brought to her, like to take anyway. Freedom, new awareness, release. So yeah, Kaylee knew, Dylan knew who was in the house. Okay. What is it that Dylan actually saw? What is it that Dylan actually saw, if anything? Treason exposed, so somebody going against their own country, somebody going against their own friends. When the monster comes out of the sea, so she saw coming out of the woods. Yep, staged. Strangulation, keeping their mouth closed. Jesus. Happy Project Bluebeam in reverse. Mind control exposed. Homicide. That's nice. Poison. That's nice. Microchip. So getting information. So whoever this was, Dylan know who it was. Yeah, there's a mental health card, the justice card. It was not a secret that they were coming. Now, whether she knew they were gonna take out poor people or not, I don't know. What did Dylan know about? What? Really? Okay, what did Dylan see, if anything? Death hoax? Paper trail. One-sided debt. Somebody she knew, stranger in reverse. Solar flare, trying to keep things in the dark. Frozen, things are trapped. So to me, these cards point that she knew who was there. Okay. What can we know about the 911 calls? It's a heavy burden. Manipulative, harsh. We weren't getting all the truth there. Heartbreak. That is an independent female. Follow the money. The Empress in reverse. Oh. And then the Sun. The text put a heavy burden on them that did not portray the truth, which left heartbreak. It shows where you have to follow the independent people with money. The Empress in reverse, it shines light on that there was nothing the victims really could have done. Why are you being mean to Meg? Why are you being mean to Meg? Okay, let's see if we can get how many perpetrators, how many people actually did the violence of the crime? How many people actually took part in the violence of the crime? Can we know that, please? Cups. 10 of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so four at least. I'm gonna say 2 and 2. I mean, you know what I mean? There may have been more outside or whatever, but there's gonna be at least 2. There may have been 2 outside and 2 inside, something like that. Okay. Do y'all want y'all's horoscopes? I don't know what else y'all want. Oh, wait. Hang on. I know what I can do. I'm going to play a video real quick because it's going to take me a minute to get it together, but. Here, I'll let y'all listen to a song that I swear was the best Ethan reading I've ever done. The song. And I feel like it's the way he feels.
Look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. All that hoop and holler shit before the kids and ones who won't. Hey, look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. All that hoop and holler shit before the kids and ones who won't. Shit, I'm outside, baby, barefoot with the big blade. Outcast on the outskirts, making big blades. Look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. Cause when they standing right beside us, all they looking like it's us.
Sheesh, this is when the swamp meet the creek. No, them busters tried to block us, but we landed on our feet. Capiche? I'm good from the wood to the street. I say I got you, bitch, I got you, but I must protect my peace. Lord, please, I get this bitch jumping like Dominique. Up touching that proud necks on the Kalani beat. Leave no food on your plate, bitch, you better eat her. This that motherfucking heater. Carnitas and margaritas. Ain't no oblate or no inglay. They can't comprehend the meaning. Try to walk the road of righteousness, avoid the fucking demons. They try to wake him up, baby boy, he must be dreaming. Bitch, you better know the Lord brought us here for a reason. Believe me.
Look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. All that hoop and holler shit before the kids and ones who won't. Hey, look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. All that hoop and holler shit before the kids and ones who won't. Shit, I'm outside, baby, barefoot with the big blade. Outcast on the outskirts, making big blades. Look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. Cause when they standing right beside us, all they looking like it's us. Hey, I heard a secret in the system. I heard they get nervous when I'm quiet and I whisper. And I ain't gotta say it cause I know they ass remember. I'm Mr. No Pretender, get your ass dismembered. Husky honky with a temper, Bob Wire Templar. And y'all music sugar daddies gotta call me Mr. Yes sir, man. All my albums got my surname. Running with a hatchet, cut a track like I'm Wu-Tang. I'm bubba, sucker, too much flavor, no chew. I just spit it with a vengeance, like career my spittoon. My studio a saloon. Go ahead and get your platoon. Then you get snatched up out the sticks when I'm with that root. You heard? Look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. All that hoop and holler shit before the kids and ones who won't. Hey, look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. All that hoop and holler shit before the kids and ones who won't. Shit, I'm outside, baby, barefoot with the big blade. Outcast on the outskirts, making big blades. Look at all these dudes that think that they can fuck with us. Cause when they standing right beside us, all they looking like it's us.
Okay, y'all, hang on for a second. right, just hang on for 1 second. What day does the trial start on? Somebody tell me. In August, I can't remember the day. I was going through November, right? So, we're just going to say November. Okay. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm doing something. All right. Oh, shit. Really? Okay. Now I'm ready. How fast? Okay. What are you talking about, Flag Guy? Okay, anyways. So I did the I just did the basic crime chart for Moscow for the night of the crime. And then I did like one for wait a minute, I messed that up. Hang on. All right, and then I did one for the courts using November because the trial will go to November. So okay, so for the court themes, for November 2025, for Boise, Idaho, which is where the trial is going to be. Sun, Trine, Jupiter, and Saturn. Let me see. Jupiter is the law and justice. Saturn rules structure. Suggests the court presents itself as structured, fair, and well organized. We'll see. Sun trine Jupiter gives the illusion of moral authority, but Sun conjunct Lilith, hidden power struggles and manipulation, suggests there are deep, shadowy influences at play that is not a truly impartial system. Possible corruption. Oh my God. Possible corruption indicator. Wow. The Sun's connection to Lilith suggests hidden forces shaping legal outcomes behind the scenes. Mercury communication conjunct Mars conflict equals heated debates, aggression, cross-examinations, and verbal warfare in court. That should be interesting. Square to the moon, emotional manipulation and arguments. Great. Opposition to Uranus, sudden expected disruptions, could be legal loopholes, surprise evidence, or shocking revelations. Possible bias indicator. Wow. Arguments may not always be based on truth, but rather who argues more aggressively. Jupiter opposition Pluto, corrupt legal power. Well, Jupiter justice opposing Pluto, hidden power control, equals backroom deals, judicial corruption, power struggles, and hidden influences. This aspect is seen in systems where wealthy or powerful figures manipulate justice to their advantage. It suggests the law may not apply equally to all. Possible cover-up indicator. Check this out. Cases may be swayed by political pressure, money, or external influences. Uranus and Neptune disrupting the narrative. Uranus rebellion, trine Pluto, which is power shifts. Potential for sudden legal reform or exposing corruption, but only if the truth is aggressively pursued. Neptune conjunct Saturn. Courts operate under illusion of justice, offering obscuring the truth with legal complexity. Uranus sextile Neptune. Some truth might break through, but deception is deeply embedded. Deception alert. The legal system does not always work in the best interest of justice. It may serve those who control the narrative. Wow. Verdict. Is this a fair system? No. The chart reveals major issues with bias, that's not good. Manipulation and hidden forces shaping decisions. However, there is a potential for exposing corruption and reforming the system, but only through persistent efforts to uncover the truth. All right, Ann Taylor. Who wins in the system? Those with power, influence, and strong legal representation. Those seeking true justice may struggle against deception, bias, and hidden manipulation. Okay, let's see. Major themes in court's astrological chart. Sun in Scorpio, 21 degrees, 9 degrees. A system of secrets and control. The Sun, identity, purpose in Scorpio, power, secrets, manipulation. Suggests a court system driven by hidden forces, control, and secrecy. This is not an open, transparent legal system. Instead, power is concentrated in a select few who operate behind the scenes. Potential issue. The court may not serve justice equally. Those with power and influence shape outcomes. Moon in Virgo. Emotional coldness and technicalities. The moon, emotions, public perception in Virgo, logical details, perfectionism makes the court highly analytical but emotionally detached. Instead of seeking the truth from the heart, rulings might focus on technicalities, legal jargon, and bureaucratic procedures. Potential issue. People seeking compassion or fairness may be met with cold logic and rigid rules. Mercury and Mars and Sagittarius. Heated legal battles and aggressive rhetoric. Mercury communication in Sagittarius, law and truth, retrograde. Great. Miscommunications, legal loopholes, delays, and possible deception in court proceedings. Mars, conflict, aggression in Sagittarius, legal battles are heated, confrontational, and ideological. Mercury conjunct Mars, aggressive lawyers, verbal warfare, and a system that rewards the loudest argument, not necessarily the truth. Arguments may be driven by bias, passion, or ideology rather than factual evidence. Jupiter in Cancer, protection for the powerful. Jupiter, law, justice, retrograde in Cancer, protection, security. Justice is influenced by personal interests, emotions, and who is being protected. Jupiter trine Saturn. The system appears fair, but Saturn's restrictive influence suggests hidden power structures controlling outcomes. Okay. False narratives, media distortion, and manipulated perception. Well, that's nice. We know that. Pluto in Aquarius. A shift in power, legal reforms, and the potential to expose corruption. Uh-oh. Potential for justice. Pluto in Aquarius could bring exposure and transformation. If corruption is challenged, transparency can increase. With enough pressure, legal reforms may happen. Well, isn't that nice to know? We'll go take a nap. Who's in Pullman? I'm not talking about I'm talking about where the damn trial is going to be. So that gives us a hint, I guess, at how the trial is going to be. There's going to be a lot of legal battles, and Anne will have her opportunity to expose corruption, which is going to be what gets the truth out. Which she better take advantage of it, because but it looks like there's going to be a lot of push-pull and a lot of course, we know media narratives and all that, but it kind of looks like Anne will have a chance to expose all this if they'll do it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That would be a good thing if she did. I thought that was cool. Meg, are you still in here? Do you want this crime chart? I mean, this court chart thing for November? I mean, I can do it for August, September. It's just hard to do it for the whole month because, like, it's kind of day by day, but I'll make that too. Okay, I don't know if Meg's in here or not, but I will make those. How long have I been streaming? Okay, I'm fixing to end the stream, and I'm going to get these things together. Girl, I just read the daggone chart thing for the court. Well, for November of 2025. Kane's fixing to go nap, he said. Girl, you always at the damn grocery store. I swear. You stay at the grocery store. I'm gonna do a copy of the chart for November, because to me that's the most important time, because that's when the verdict will come in or whatever. Yes, I feel better. Especially the way somebody's been acting. Yeah, I feel just fine. I don't know whether he's on drugs or what the hell's wrong with him, but he done lost his mother effing mind. That's what he's done. Talking to me the way he's talking to me. Yeah. That's what I told him. Who the hell are you talking to like that? Because it is not me. It is not me. I don't know. Christy said the same thing. She's like, I think he's on fucking drugs or something. Because I don't know what the hell. Nobody don't act like that. I was like, He's lost his mind talking to me like that, though. What the fuck is wrong with him? I don't know how he manifested he was this mad at me and hated me in his head or none of that shit, but whatever the hell's wrong with him, he's going to have to fix himself, because I can't fix it for him. I don't know what to tell him. It made me not be as upset, so I'm good. Not with him acting like that. Hell. Jesus. Lord, girl, you should have heard Kane the other night when he was drinking. Lord have mercy. He was not being nice to me, though. He was being nice about you. He was not being nice to me. Ugh. I cannot help it that your friend is fucking something wrong with him, Kane. You need, I don't know, therapy. Speed dial. That's all I know to tell you. Therapy, speed dial. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell that means. Are you talking to Kiki? He's got to be, because ain't nobody talking to me like that. I will knock him out. Oh. All right then. Yeah, we already know Kane thinks you look pretty and all that good stuff. Yeah. I'm just playing. You are pretty. What was I about to say? Oh, Kiki, I have to tell you something, because I'm not going to tell you over this thing, even though there really ain't nobody in here. Anyway, oh, hell no. Lord have mercy. She needs glasses, some contacts, some bifocals, something. Lord Jesus. Anyway. I don't even want nobody to think I'm pretty. Please don't. It's PTSD. Please don't. If I have to go through anything of what I just went through, hell to the no. Nope. I'm good. Done. Finite. I will die alone. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot freaking do it. Cannot. I cannot. I cannot. How many people's in here? Well, I don't even give a shit. Maybe he's lurking too. Do you know he called me a liar, and I'd rather him call me a slut than a damn liar, and he knows that. You are beautiful, Twiz. That's beside the point. I do not like being called a liar, and he knows that. And why in the hell has he manifested He is mad at me. Like, I'm so confused about that. Twiz is a hottie, but he's like my brother, so he can't be that hot. He can only be a little hot. It'd be weird. Oh. I think Twiz is nice looking. I mean, I like don't see him any other way because that would be disgusting because he's my homeboy and like my brother, but that's the way I like it. Oh, Kiki, tell shithead that, because I'm just the worst person in the world right now. I don't really understand why. I'm really confused. I'm really all the way baffledly confused, but whatever. Whatever. What do I think about Casey Anthony? I'm confused. I think her daddy messed her. I don't know. That's confusing to me. But you know what's cool? I know her daughter, Kaylee's biological father was the girl. I worked with a girl. It was her brother. So Kaylee's dad is Kaylee is the girl's name was Crystal. She is Kaylee's aunt. What the hell ever I just tried saying. Yeah, but I think her dad made her that way. I mean, I really don't know what happened. It just, you know what I mean? If people like, and I'm not being mean, because to me, evidence pointed toward Casey, but maybe not, and OJ too. If Brian Kohberger has to go in from a firing squad and these people got off, it's going to be really sad. I just don't know how to handle all that. She's got some, there's something. I'm not sure. Like, for her sake, I hope she didn't do that to her kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was just, I don't know what I think. I mean, I had hope with Dylan and DM and BF too, and now I don't have, think it's rehearsed in a bad skit, and yeah, so like now I know why the grand jury had questions. Now I know all that because that's weird. But I mean, as far as like her interview thing she did on TikTok or whatever, she which I don't care if she's gay. The only thing I know to say is she gay? Isn't she gay now or something? Which I don't care. I'm just saying I don't know what's called her, lesbian, I don't know what you want to call it, but isn't she gay now? But her TikTok interview, I mean, she seems, I guess, normal. I mean, normal she could be, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think her daddy had something to do with, like, her daddy's weird. I don't know. Or something. I don't like to really judge, allegedly, not fact. It's real weird. There's something weird. I do think she knows, but I don't think she did it. I think she was set up to look bad. And I think somehow she's trying to expose exactly what happened in weird ways. That's what I think. But she's still messed up in the head because her damn family is screwed up. All this stuff is crazy to me. I don't know. I don't think I watched that trial. I think I watched some of it, but I didn't watch all of it. So I don't know everything that happened or whatever, but it's just weird. I wonder if, I don't think Dylan and Bethany, I think they're going to testify over Zoom. Oh, you're fine. This stream is probably behind a bit too, honestly. But I just don't think, I don't know, that 911 call, if that's what they use for the 911 call, and that's what they use in court, I don't see how the jurors are not going to be confused. In text messages, I don't see how they're not going to be confused. Like, I don't know. None of this shit makes sense. And those text messages really don't make sense. So they must be redacted too or something, because it looks like stuff is missing or something. Or like I said, it's badly rehearsed, one of the two. That's just my opinion of it. I'm not trying to take any credibility away to anybody being freaked out, but I just don't feel that was the case. Yeah, I remember that the other day, Kiki, because I told him that I worked with her aunt. Well, I think he threatened her too, though, Twiz. Like, I think he's abused. In my opinion, this is all alleged, not fact. My opinion, he did stuff to Casey too when she was younger and stuff. Like, I think it was something weird. Like, I think Casey's scared of her daddy. That's what I think. That's what she looked like to me. That's what it looked like to me. She was way younger too. It's like she was scared of her daddy, and that's exactly what that looked like to me. Somebody who's been abused by their father and was scared of him. And if you kind of look at the way she's acted since all that's been over with, it almost is very telling that that's exactly what happened, in my opinion. If you look at the way she's done, like, you know, up until now, that's exactly what it looks like happened. Yeah, the neighborhood did think they were odd. I mean, that could be all the way wrong. I'm just saying the way I saw it and the way I saw her dad, like, I don't know. It's just real weird. And I think he was going to let Casey go down. Well, we know he was going to let Casey go down for it. That's crazy to me. Anyway, I'm going to get these things on the crime chart thing for the night or the morning of the murders that we think at like 4 o'clock. And then I'll get the one for the court one. I'll do it from August. I'll do August, September, October, and I've got November's done now. So, and that'll just kind of tell us sort of what may go on in court, like, you know, different battles or whatever. So it's just the astrology chart thing. The stupid dog's barking too. But anyways, I'm going to do that, Kiki, and I'll post that in Discord for people who want it. Oh, so I did some kind of, he was on trial for somebody. I think he was on the defense, wasn't he, Twiz? California? The hell, this dog's barking out, I swear. And y'all don't forget to set clocks up tonight. I mean, most of them will set themselves. Somebody told me that, Meg or somebody. Yeah, I want to go find that trial. I don't know what trial it is, but I want to find it. Okay, well, I'm just in the stream. I was bored, y'all. I know we didn't really do nothing. Can you watch it? Is there a place where we can watch it at, Twiz? It's back from playing soccer. Meg, I was telling them I've got the court chart for November for Boise. I'm going to put it in Discord. I'm also going to do it for August, September, and October because I think the trial is going to go through November. Isn't that what they said? So it's kind of interesting to say what, you know, some of the stuff that could go on. So I'm going to post it in Discord once I get them up. And then I'll also do the crime chart for the night or the morning of the murders in Moscow. Okay, will you send it to me in Discord, Twiz? Or put it in Discord, something, or I'll post it in Discord if you send it to me in a message, because I want to watch it. Okay, I love y'all. I'm going to get off here and get these crime chart and this court chart thing done so I can post that. And I will see y'all later. Kane's going live tomorrow, so I don't have to.